Hi everyone, today's the 5th of November, bonfire night, start of lockdown stroke 2, second day of the election farce in the United States, so it's all going on. In my last video I spoke to you about sort of brain fog or mental fog, as you can call it, and I was really struggling actually for a couple of weeks. I found it really difficult. Brain fog can be mild, can also be very severe to the point where it really incapacitates you, and that's how I've been feeling there was a good probably week of that 2 weeks where I was really quite struggling. Your brain, as I said before, your brain is kind of just shutting down, and it's very frustrating. It's hard to get out of, but thankfully it's passed now. I started feeling better yesterday, and today I feel much better. I really feel like back to myself. It's trying to sort of come out of brain fog. In the past I would struggle with it. Again, I've mentioned it in previous videos. I'd struggle with it for months on end. That'd be a really horrible place to be. You feel like you're walking in your brain's like in treacle, if that makes sense. It's like not just a fog, it's like a storm over your brain, and you struggle with your concentration. You get tired, really tired all the time. You struggle to put a sentence together almost. If you see the difference, I think from my last video, you'll notice that I'm sure a big change in the way I can just carry a conversation, for instance. So it really shouldn't just be a throwaway thing, brain fog. It needs to be taken quite seriously, I think. And that, as I said, is one of the first sort of symptoms I notice when I'm going downhill. That and the tiredness, they kind of interlink really. But thankfully now, all the skills I've learned, I can put a few things in place as much as I can do for those spells to be very short term, and thankfully they don't last long now. So yeah, it's great to be feeling a lot better. I haven't touched on sort of my previous counselling experiences, but I'm a very special counsellor. I had her for a good few years, and I'll just touch on one of the techniques that she used to use if I was feeling very low. She was the one who told me about the lizard brain mentality. So your brain's in kind of fight or flight. It's just doing the minimum it can do to survive, basically. And she would say that you almost need to kickstart your brain into gear. You need to get your neurons and processors firing. And what she used to do was sit me down, and we used to meet in a coffee shop. Actually, it's quite funny. This was all going on in a coffee shop on my break from work. She used to sit me down, and she used to sort of say, shut my eyes. I shut my eyes, and I'd think of a time when I was really happy. And then she'd imagine me sort of focusing on that feeling. And then she'd talk about my brain starting up and my neurons firing and things like that. And it used to help. It was almost like a kick-starting a car. So that was a really good technique that she used, and she was great. So I'm going to leave it for now, guys. Hope everyone's staying safe and keeping well. And I'll touch base with you again next week. All the best. Cheers. Bye.